When the cold breeze sweeps through the streets, does your sense of smell suddenly awaken by a very familiar aroma? That warm, nostalgic scent of roasted chestnuts. But have you ever hesitated to buy roasted chestnuts from street vendors because you're unsure about hygiene? Or felt disappointed when the chestnuts turn out hard, difficult to peel, or the shell sticks to the flesh? Don't worry. Today, I'll show you how to make roasted chestnuts using an air fryer perfectly golden, tender, fluffy, and incredibly easy to peel. To begin, let's talk about choosing chestnuts. Pick ones with a light, glossy brown shell and a firm feel. Avoid any with tiny holes as they may indicate worms inside. Once you've selected the best candidates, place them all into a large mixing bowl. Many people simply rinse chestnuts with water, but here's my secret: baking soda. Add a couple of teaspoons of baking soda into the bowl of chestnuts. Then pour enough water to fully submerge them. Chestnut shells often carry soil and impurities from harvesting, and baking soda not only cleans them more effectively than plain water, but also slightly softens the tough outer shell, making the roasting process easier later. Soak them like that for about 10 to 15 minutes. During this time, keep an eye on the bowl. Any chestnuts that float to the surface are bad ones. Make sure to pick them out and discard them. Use your hands to stir and rub gently. You'll notice the water turning cloudy quickly. That's the dirt being lifted off. After rinsing, scoop the chestnuts out. Here's a small but very important step. Dry them completely. I like to use paper towels or a clean cloth to wipe each chestnut one by one. This prevents slipping when we score the shells with a knife and also keeps your hands safe. Be patient. Clean, dry chestnuts make a big difference in the final result. Now comes the most crucial step of all, scoring the chestnuts. Each chestnut has one flat side and one rounded side. Place it flat on the cutting board. Using a sharp knife, carefully cut a straight horizontal line across the rounded belly. The cut should be deep enough to slice through the hard shell and touch the inner skin, but not so deep that it damages the flesh. Why do we do this? When exposed to high heat, the chestnut flesh expands and releases steam. This cut acts as an escape route for the pressure, helping the shell open up beautifully and ensuring the chestnut becomes extremely easy to peel after roasting. Be careful and don't rush, your fingers are precious. Many people throw the scored chestnuts straight into the air fryer, and that's exactly why they turn out dry and tough. Instead, prepare a pot of boiling water. And add all the chestnuts into it. Boil them for about 10 to 15 minutes. This process keeps the chestnut flesh moist, softens the inner skin, and helps it separate cleanly from the golden flesh. This is the key to achieving chestnuts that are tender and fluffy, not dry and chalky. Once the boiling time is up, lift the chestnuts out and let them drain. You'll see that the cuts have already begun to open slightly thanks to the hot water, as if the chestnuts are smiling. A gentle aroma begins to fill your kitchen. Now for the final step, roasting. Preheat your air fryer for about 3 minutes to stabilize the temperature. Then pour the chestnuts into the basket. Then spread them out evenly. Try not to stack them, so the hot air can circulate and roast each chestnut evenly. Add a tiny pinch of salt for an extra touch of flavor. Set the air fryer to -180 degrees Celsius. Roast for 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the size of your chestnuts. If you prefer them drier and more fragrant, you can roast them a bit longer. Just be careful not to burn the shells. Time's up. The most exciting moment is here. Wow, look at them. The shells are glossy brown, and the cuts have opened wide, exposing the beautiful golden flesh inside. The smell is unbelievably warm, sweet, and comforting, more delightful than any perfume. Let's test how easily they peel. See this? With just a slight squeeze, both the hard shell and the inner skin come off effortlessly, clean, and perfect. It's tender, fluffy, and buttery, not tough, not sticky. This rich, creamy flavor is pure happiness on a cold winter day. With just a few simple steps in your trusty air fryer, you now have a plate of roasted chestnuts as delicious. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below the video. See you in the next one for more useful tips.